Marks coming to you from the Sachem Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, and Joe, the Shield of Wrestling podcast. Three casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. Enter the ring at your own risk. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because
it's Rusev Day!
And welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life podcast. I am your M4L World Predictions Champion, CJ.
And I'm one of your hosts, Jimmy.
And I'm the new NXT main roster call-up, Joe, and you can believe that.
Oh, God.
As you can see from the intro, Joe has passed all the tests with a C. You know, C's get degrees, and that degree has led him to be a permanent member of the M4L team.
The C's get the degrees.
For the record, some of those tests have still left scars. Physical and emotional.
I left the emotional ones.
Of course.
Just before we got here.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Sorry for being late, guys. I had to show my grandparents how to use Netflix.
I hope you realize this isn't a live podcast, buddy.
I know.
So no one knows you. We could have been recording this yesterday at 6 a.m. for anyone who knows it.
I know, but you know, I thought it was a great little drop to put on the show. My grandparents say hello. Lola and Lola say hello. They also asked us not to curse.
CJ.
They asked me not to curse, and they said to bring it to our friend, like my friend, saying, "Oh, you guys shouldn't curse. You know, you don't know who's listening. You could have children listening to the show." Which I don't know. If there are any kids listening, could you let us know? Because then I'll feel really bad if I've been cursing and dropping F-bombs.
Don't worry, we're just going to have a mason jar over here, and every time you curse, you just have to throw $1 in there.
That'll be our WrestleMania fund, and it'll just be me paying everyone.
Jimmy and I will be multi-millionaires by the end of the show.
Oh, God. Wouldn't that be something?
Yes.
Don't need to make millions on this one.
Yes.
Just a quick housekeeping update. I believe we have an announcement for May 16th, buddy. We are doing.
Yes. I'm like, what is May?
I didn't even see his face, and I saw how lost he was.
I'm like, what are you? So for everyone that is listening, Sachem Public Library is hosting a podcasting segment, with talking with local podcasters. Me and Jimmy.
And Joe, if he wants to show up.
I don't know. We could always ask Chris.
We can. I talked to him before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he said, just come over. We'll be talking about podcasting stuff.
All
so
right,
if you're in the Long Island area and want to drive over to Sachem Public Library off of exit 61 off the expressway, we're going to be here May 16th at like 6:30.
Fuck if I know.
We'll be...
Oh, right. $1
$1 already. Let's go. We got to go to WrestleMania, guys.
I wanted it 20 nickels.
100 pennies. Let's do it.
Oh man, come on.
Anyway,
I'm not doing anything May 16th. Cool.
I might be working, but what we should do with CJ is what happens every time that Jimmy Fallon has Gordon Ramsay on the show, and every time he curses, he just puts him in timeout.
I don't want to go to timeout.
Anyway,
spent a lot of time there.
No,
Freaking
hey,
flyer
hell no.
miles here.
I ain't going to no timeout.
Anyway,
you don't put the champ in timeout.
Anyway, May 16th, Sachem Public Library off of exit 61 off the expressway in Long Island.
New York. Long Island, New York.
Long Island, New York. 6:30 is our start time. If you guys want to come out and support us, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much.
We're going to be talking to some Australians, too. That's some cool stuff, you know. Yeah, it's, you know, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
I wonder if they know the Iconics.
Maybe. I'll be like, yo, any of y'all wrestling fans? Yeah, we love Emma.
Oh, well. Anyway, this podcast hopefully will be a short one. We're going to briefly talk about GRR. We're not going to do any predictions for it because it's way too soon.
Yeah. It's just, we don't even... I mean, this is just such a weird time in the calendar.
All right, let's jump right into it. What the freak is... I don't know. I don't get this pay-per-view. I don't get why it's a Royal Rumble.
Okay, so I put out... I put on some questions that we could talk about for GRR.
I never look at this stuff.
Okay. I guess the question I guess we should technically start off with is technically what the hell is GRR? What is the greatest Royal Rumble?
It is a Royal Rumble that is considered the greatest. You
Because
have the all-time greats participating in this Rumble. You have
Jinder Mahal, Heath Slater.
You have
Hornswoggle
you have-
rumored.
Wait, hold on. I just want to point this out. If
The Brooklyn Brawler.
hold on, if we're gonna have Heath Slater in this, is he gonna do his spot like he did at this year's Royal Rumble? Because I would actually love that.
What spot?
He comes in at number 1 and 49 guys just come in and keep hitting him.
Keep hitting him before
Oh.
he enters in. No, he comes out number 3 and then gets hit in
Yes.
before entering. I would love that.
I would enjoy that very much so.
Would we see more pancake spots from the New Day?
Is pancakes allowed in Saudi Arabia? Is that...
I mean, I don't.
Oh, forgot to
it's not,
mention.
like, kosher
Forgot to mention that the greatest Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia.
because it is taking place at 12 in the afternoon because God knows why.
Well,
Because-
because it's
What it's about 8 o'clock there.
Yeah,
it's like 8 o'clock over
Jeez,
there.
man. Come on. Learn your time zones, bro.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention in 8th grade geography.
That was 7th grade.
And apparently they have a 10-year contract with WWE Saudi Arabia.
Oh, did you
Are you
keep
kidding me?
picking
What?
match stipulations? The greatest elimination chamber, the greatest Hell in a Cell,
The greatest king of the ring.
So I think
a
once
20-man
a year, it's
elimination
gonna be-
chamber.
so once a year for I think the next 10 years for 20 million, they're gonna do a show
I don't even
after
know.
Mania.
I don't even know anymore.
You just gotta change the timing or get rid of Backlash.
That's what I feel like they should do, because I feel like with the Backlash being 2 weeks away on top of... Actually, no, it's the next week, Backlash.
Backlash is next week. We just had the Superstar shakeup. We're still on the post-Mania hangover. This is just the worst timing for this pay-per-view.
This is like a hangover on top of a
But-
hangover on top of a hangover. It's just
It's like Joe after 2 beers.
no, he's big
Let-
enough.
let's-
He can stack up 5. That's like me after 2.
Yeah, I've
Lightweight.
put down 6 packs
Cruiserweight.
with ease, but it's at the point where maybe try and do it like in the summer as like a pre-SummerSlam thing.
Okay,
well, you have
don't-
to-
That's a terrible idea because Saudi Arabia's hot as hell in the summer.
when is it not hot as hell?
In the winter.
It's like it's probably like 70 in the
No, like
wintertime.
in December time, like that would be a better time to do it. 'Cause
I
it's
don't
like
think
right before WrestleMania season.
It's a lull.
Do we want to spend Christmas in Saudi Arabia? I do not know.
Well, we're not
Well,
spending.
yeah, we're not. Were you flying to Saudi Arabia?
Well, you get
If
to be in
are,
a
you
nice
should
hot
have
Next
left.
place.
Yo, 2 years from now, we're going to Saudi Arabia.
If you think WrestleMania and MetLife's gonna be expensive, start chartering a damn flight across the world.
We could just do one way. You gotta know Saudi Arabia is better than here. Saudi Arabia's prince is apparently really cool. He's like advocating for women's rights, saying, "Hey, let's give them an education."
And
And
yet,
yet there's no women's match
no
on this
women's
card.
on this card.
Okay, we're just hoping he doesn't get assassinated because he's very radical for the country of Saudi Arabia. He spent like a couple of years here in the U.S. studying and everything, and so
Well, from what Triple H says, they're gonna try and like help the change to get women more accepted.
Exactly.
There. But like he said we can't do it overnight, and we're not gonna go in and just trounce over
Which,
all their,
Yeah.
which
all their
for
customs.
which a company trying to even help progress the, I guess, political and even socioeconomics of a country, it's tough.
See, unlike the NFL, WWE actually cares about where they're expanding.
Well,
Vince
stepping stones.
Vince
Joe,
sees
stepping
money.
stones. I don't know if that's a Vince decision. I feel like that was a more of a Triple H and even Stephanie McMahon decision.
Well, if we were still running the Vince McMahon way of things, we would have Brock Lesnar main eventing every pay-per-view, and guys who aren't over getting big spots. And wait a minute, this sounds familiar.
but yeah, going back to the women thing, because I know that was one of the questions you had.
yeah, it's like so
I
why
lied.
no
I
wo-
did look at it. I just wanted to be a heel.
So why no women? Why?
Well, given Saudi Arabia is a very religious infused government. It's very, I believe it's Sharia law or some
Sharia, I think it's pronounced. I'm
no,
not
it's
sure.
Sharia, I believe.
Sharia.
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 S-H-A.
So it's not page law. It's
No.
It's not Sriracha law.
No, it's not Sriracha law. But they're in a very male-dominated patriarchy. Women do not really have the freedoms they have in.
It's also a majority Muslim country as well.
Yeah, and a lot of it's like they're very conservative when it comes to women. I know that the prince, as of late, has stated that he's wanted to reform the country so this way women can get more rights. They can learn how to drive, get a better education. He's been really pushing for that, which Nicole and I, we talked about this at length at times, where that's good for Saudi Arabia. That's good for a country such as that. Maybe, I believe in the next, I don't think next year, but if they have a 10-year contract, I could see by year 3, you can see the first women's match in Saudi Arabia. But I do like how Triple H is respecting it, how they're not having the women on the card. They don't want to upset the people. I am also liking because WWE is actually compensating the women of that division of their company
By stacking this card to make it feel like a WrestleMania.
No, not
essentially.
only that, they're giving them a payday. They're giving them a payday for even though they're not on the show, because that's only fair. Which I can agree with that. I can accept that, and I feel like, if you're open-minded about it, yeah, that's not all countries are like the United States. So it's kind of like that. I don't mind that there's no women because, it's not like it's the United States. It's a different country. It's a different culture.
No, I agree with you on that part. I slightly disagree. I do feel bad. I wish that there were women on this, but you also, I agree with you. You do have to respect the country and what their local customs are. Like, I've seen comments on, like, these Facebook groups on wrestling and stuff like that, and I just see these women, and they're just blatantly I hate the fact that WWE is going along with Saudi Arabia and with everything that they stand for. Be like, they're trying to progress and change as a society.
Yeah.
It's tough to do.
And if WWE can help lead to that change, as well as the Prince being as forward thinking, I guess would be the best term. Forward thinking. And open minded, it'd be very good for the country as a whole. And to WWE have an impact on the country as such would be very interesting. I would like to see that.
Okay. Now,
Joe, do you have any opinions on it?
I mean, I'm on your. For once in my life, I'm on your side on this one, CJ.
Woohoo!
I think you don't want to piss the whole country off just starting off a 10-year contract. I mean, it's really just Triple H is a lot more. Vince McMahon, of course, is of the mindset of it's my way, or I don't know what
or no way.
Yeah,
Jose.
Shut up.
He's basically done it his whole life of it's my way, but Triple H is like, look, we need to tread lightly here because you even saw when they had the first women's match in Abu Dhabi, they followed the customs of women aren't supposed to show a lot of skin there. You had full body suits for Sasha and Bayley and Alexa Bliss, of course, pre-surgery Alexa Bliss, but
which I maybe we'll talk about. I don't know.
But yeah,
depends how long this thing goes.
you saw even with then Triple H respected the customs of the place he was in, and it was like Triple H. As much crap as we gave him for what he's done in his wrestling career, he's more plugged into today's society than Vinnie Mac. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. There's a kind of one question. I guess we kind of answered it, but I don't know.
Did we though?
I don't know. That's why I'm about to ask it. CJ, pay attention.
I am paying attention. I'm also catching a fee bass.
Was the Greatest Royal Rumble only done for the money?
No.
We kind of answered that by saying no because they're kind of expanding into a new.
It's a long-term thing.
And it's a long-term change, possibly.
When did they announce that it was a long-term thing? I don't remember reading up on this part.
I remember before it was supposed to be like either a 3-year contract, and now I think it's a 10. I forgot exactly. Let me look it up while we talk about it.
Yeah, I think that this is a.
I think that this also is a way for WWE to kind of distance itself from the pack, because they've pretty much stayed Impact, with Impact Wrestling and New Japan, and all these people trying to compete with them, but they probably wouldn't have New Japan maybe, but probably wouldn't have the resources to go into a place like Saudi Arabia and put on this massive spectacle. It's going to be, 5 hours long?
Yeah, I think WWE is really taking advantage of its reach, of its global
and financial resources.
I think this is a great step for them, because I remember they recently announced with the Saudi Arabia. I guess I think the best way to call it is an invasion.
Saudi Arabia invasion.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I don't know. Like they're like invading Saudi Arabia. Like, yeah, we're taking over Saudi. That's how they've been saying it. They've been doing the tries. They recently announced they're trying to make NXT global as well. Speaking of their outreach, because NXT, they're like, why don't we? They're gonna try and have performance centers. Yeah, in multiple countries.
What I did hear something similar to that. I think what they're trying to do is reestablish a somewhat territorial system around the world, which is probably the best thing you can do. And then have those global centers like in Europe and in Asia and in the Middle East to be feeders for the main product.
And I know the logistical problems with it, but I feel like the next step is having an actual pay-per-view take place outside of North America. Like a Big Four pay-per-view take place in Beijing or in Jeddah, wherever. But I know what the time difference is, and
imagine
getting everyone there. I know it's gonna be tough, but
yeah. So by this time, well, not this time next year, but like next WrestleMania season, the actual Royal Rumble will be in actually Jeddah again.
That'd be cool. I think the last pay-per-view, one of the last big 4 pay-per-views was outside of the country was 2016, right? Survivor Series Toronto.
Yeah,
That's like the last one I
but
really
that doesn't.
remember.
I don't count.
but Toronto, because
as
even with like
even
even in Major League Baseball, Toronto's still in the East Division, so the game, even like the games all stay. It's still the same time zone, so you can still
Okay.
kind of
yeah. So
then
it
before
had-
that would be
like they've gone to
it's
Montreal,
kinda like-
they've gone to Winnipeg. It's a little different.
it's kind of like Beast in the East, kind of.
Yeah.
That's how I like to think of
Beast
the
in the
greatest.
East. I don't think. Oh yeah, I agree.
Beast in the is kind of similar to this, I guess you could say.
Then I guess a better example would be 1992. Then.
Yeah, with that,
SummerSlam?
in London, yeah.
Wembley,
no,
Wembley Stadium.
It was
right?
Wembley, yeah.
which they should do again. Like they need to. As much as I love the fact that SummerSlam is gonna be in New York for probably ever.
No, this is its last year.
This is its last
It's
year.
And
going
they're
back to
going
LA
back to
after
LA.
this, yeah.
Ah, man. Should have tried to find a way to get to do those tickets instead.
Okay, you
No,
want to
wait,
be
no, I wanna do
like, you
WrestleMania
wanna
way
piss,
more,
you
but-
want to piss off Rena? Go ahead. I'm already on her bad side.
Well,
half the time.
we would do it the right way and go watch NXT because it's clearly a better show.
We're in Jamaica no matter what. We're in Jamaica no matter what.
Anyway,
Damn it, Jimmy.
Anyway.
Did you catch that feedback yet, Joe?
I can't get the app to work, but that says it.
Anyway, I did look up. It is a 10-year contract according to Wikipedia, which has been more reliable in sources recently.
I still like how Wikipedia, when Daniel Bryan won the WWE Championship in 2013 against John Cena, his knee finisher was named, and I quote, "the move that beat John Cena clean."
Anyway,
Wikipedia is fantastic.
Well, Wikipedia also at one point said that Alex Rodriguez was married to Barry Bonds. So I mean, it's really just
Who?
it's an open forum.
well, Wikipedia has been getting better though with its trustworthiness, but it is a 10-year strategic multimedia platform partnership between WWE and the Saudi General Sports
See,
Authority.
WWE is so progressive they don't even want to call it a contract. So it's a multimedia arrangement. No,
Multimedia platform partnership.
That's
Joe.
like-
there you
God.
go.
Like, they don't have any managers anymore. They have advocates.
Well, they still have general managers.
That's different.
Yeah,
Screen
that's a
for
little
me.
different.
Wow, that's opening. I just opened a can of worms in my head. We're not getting into. Okay, let's move on.
You want me to
Alright.
scream for you, Joe? You want me to
No,
scream?
No, Paige has probably said that before to certain people of the main roster.
Okay, so
Xavier?
Yeah.
also according to the controversy, also according to Wikipedia, the controversy, as we talked about, there's not going to be any women on the card. I think any of the women competitors that are going to be going to Saudi Arabia, because I think some of them did go.
None of them are in Saudi
Oh,
right now.
none of them in Saudi
They're all
Arabia?
in Total Divas.
Ah, okay.
Or
But
like
they're not divas.
Okay, so they
Seriously,
may not.
we have a serious branding problem with that show.
that's fair. That's
but
something else we could talk about.
apparently, that if there are women fans, they are permitted to attend, but they have to be accompanied by a male guardian.
That's fair. That's
With the customs, it is fair.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't know.
again, it's a slow change. We can't expect Saudi to change drastically just because of this Western
I know this is
business.
This is the similar conversation that you and me had about the women on how
Oh my god.
wait.
I
was
remember
like-
that conversation because you were getting very heated, and I'm like, "Yo, calm your fucking roll, Jimmy."
People don't realize this is an issue that goes beyond a global publicly traded company.
Yeah.
And it's CJ also. The jar's right there. Just put another dollar on there.
but
Do I have to put this in the jar, Joe? As for all of you listeners, I am flipping off Joe with my right middle finger.
Yes, now you have to put it in the jar because you gave a visual description. We are an audio-only family podcast, sir.
We
With
have
an
an explicit
explicit
rating.
Well, it's a good family.
anyway, my next question I want to ask
I don't
is
want to get
about-
deleted.
the next question I want to ask is
No.
about the card itself. Is this a good card? The
If it was
build-
2006.
I mean, let's break down the card.
Oh, okay. So, first we have John Cena versus Triple H in a singles match. In a casket match, we have Undertaker versus Rusev, accompanied by Aiden English. For the Cruiserweight Championship, we have Cedric Alexander versus Kalisto. For the United States Championship, we have Jeff Hardy versus the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal. The Intercontinental Championship shall be defended in a ladder match between champion Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, The Miz, and Samoa Joe. For the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, we have the Bludgeon Brothers, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, defending against Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. For the Raw Tag Team Championship, it is vacated, and the new champion will be crowned when The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus shall take on the Woken Warriors, Woken Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. The WWE Championship shall be defended in a singles match between Shinsuke Nakamura and reigning champion AJ Styles. We will have a steel cage match for the Universal Championship between Roman Reigns and WWE Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. And finally, we will have the Greatest Royal Rumble, a 50-man over-the-top battle royal, including stars such as The Big Show, Mark Henry, Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, Chris Jericho, among other stars.
Did you get the ladder match?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
He did.
There's some.
He did. I pay attention. I pay attention.
I do have one objection. It's pronounced Maharaja.
Jinder Mahal!
Man. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm with two marks right now. Anyway,
I'm good at
this
that
card itself. Do we like this card?
I think overall it's a great card.
I think it would have been a better Mania card than Mania itself.
I'm going to be
I think
honest,
that's what my other question is.
So wait.
Greatest Royal Rumble going to be better than Mania?
On paper.
On paper, yes, because you have stars such as Triple H versus John Cena in a really big singles match.
And I'm pretty sure they haven't faced each other like 8 years.
Last time I checked was 2010.
Yeah, it's 8 years. And we're gonna have Hornswoggle
No,
in the
2009.
Royal
2009.
Rumble? No, I think WWE.com said 2010.
No, 2010 Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
Yeah, 2010. But yes, you have Hornswoggle and the Great Khali in the same ring, possibly.
Oh god.
El Torito.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think the Prince and the King were like, Vince, you gotta get Great Khali. Everybody in Saudi Arabia loves Great Khali.
So does Vince.
But you can't hinder gender.
So wait. All right. The biggest question here: will Great Khali help Jinder Mahal regain the United States Championship?
Yes. I think no. Well,
Well, if he does, then that means either Samoa Joe or The Miz is going to win the Intercontinental title.
I think The Miz would have to get it.
Yeah, me and Joe had a conversation about this before.
You would have, if Jinder does beat Jeff and take the title back to Raw, then you have to have Seth lose the title to someone on SmackDown.
Yeah, but I don't think either of them should lose the title, though.
Exactly. Because they were both just given the title, because, again, we just had WrestleMania and the Superstar Shakeup.
I think Joe's really mad still about how the Superstar Shakeup ended, because it just screwed up everything for Greatest Royal Rumble.
No, the Greatest Royal Rumble is screwing everything up for everyone else.
That too.
Yeah, that too.
Damn it, Saudi Arabia.
All right, and then my final question on this: is the Greatest Royal Rumble, generally speaking, is this a good idea? Not like
long term, yes.
Long term, okay.
Short term, no, because I don't. I think this deal came about after the booking for Backlash, after the booking for all the pay-per-views. I think that if Backlash wasn't a week later, it would have been a great idea. I think later on they're going to incorporate Saudi Arabia a lot more, and hopefully this deal with Saudi Arabia will allow them to pursue other pay-per-views in international waters, such as we could have another pay-per-view at the Wembley Stadium in London, or the O2 Arena even. We could have another Beast in the East styled Japanese pay-per-view. There's a lot we could do. I would personally love to see WWE take on the Tokyo Dome. I would love to see how that would work.
Yeah, WWE and New Japan clashing territorially.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
But all in all, I think this is going to be a great idea. I feel like the timing is awkward, but that's only because this is a fairly new event, new concept.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like a trial by fire. I think they're going to get a lot of the kinks out with this event, and they'll see, logistically, they'll probably move it, I'm sure, to a different date in the calendar, assuming,
Well, I think, I don't know if you were here, Joe, but I think me and CJ talked about this a while ago.
We did?
Yeah, with the Greatest Royal Rumble, that it shouldn't have been called the Greatest Royal Rumble. It should have been called King of the Ring.
Oh
and
yeah,
put that in.
He was there. That was
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so-
Like, I don't remember.
So King of the Ring would be an interesting concept. I think they should just bring that back in general as a network special.
And especially with Saudi Arabia being, having a king.
Having a kingdom.
Actually, no, that's actually a really terrible idea because I know Jerry Lawler cannot go by the king because he's in Saudi Arabia and they don't want to offend the fans. So maybe King of the Ring would not be a great idea?
Of the Ring. Man of the Ring, yeah.
I don't know. What other...
What
Or
if
just like a better name than Greatest Royal Rumble, because the Greatest Royal Rumble is
because
just
you're building
not
it
a-
around one match.
Unless, of course, they start having the Royal Rumble in Jeddah from now on.
Oh my God, no! I don't want that. It is my goal and dream to go to the Royal Rumble at some
Exactly.
point in my life.
And it's his goal to
When
go
it-
to Saudi Arabia.
When it comes to Madison Square Garden again, which I'm sure it will.
God,
or the
I hope
Barclays
so.
Center.
Hopefully. I think Madison
yeah,
Square Garden
it has
would
to be
be
Madison
better.
Square Garden.
Barclays sucks.
Barclays, it's tough to have like a real
Barclays is SummerSlam territory. We've established that by now.
but
Barclays is bitch
having
territory.
having the Royal Rumble back at Madison Square Garden again in like, oh God, I would love to do that.
I would be all for that.
Well, I love in WWE 2K when it takes you to a random spot, and my Royal Rumble this year in Universe was in Biloxi, Mississippi. So I'm like, wow, this is great. What do you have, 10,000 people here, maybe?
That's wow. Wow. Biloxi. I didn't even know there was a Biloxi.
Yeah, no, Biloxi. Like, and Michael Cole's like, oh, the crowd in Biloxi is really pumped up. I'm like, yeah, because the Undertaker's number 30. I'm like, there's no pop because we're in friggin' Biloxi.
Oh man.
Biloxi.
No disrespect to any listeners we have listening from Biloxi.
No, I checked the analytics. There's not.
There's just no one in Biloxi.
There's not.
Okay?
I checked.
Oh my god.
I checked. There's not.
This would be the first in the whole town
But
of
imagine
Biloxi.
there's one person from Biloxi who's like, oh, those guys are assholes. I'm not subscribing to this
Like, you
podcast
son
anymore.
of a bitch.
Swear jar, Joe.
Mine's more like a cup you get at the dentist. Yours is a damn paint jar. It's a 5-gallon paint bucket.
Asshole.
The one last thing I kind of want to bring up is the women again, but
No.
no, not for great.
Why don't we talk about the men? Why do we always have to talk about the women? Where's Where's the men's talk? The men's speak.
I really hope Nicole's listening right now. Like, outside the door, intently listening.
She never listens.
anyway?
She listened for the first time last week, and she's like, CJ, why aren't you loud for once? I'm like, I was super far away from the mic.
I do want to bring this back again.
No.
Because there's no women on this card. Do you think that Backlash should have been an all-women pay-per-view?
No, God, no.
You don't think there
Roster's
should have
too
been?
thin.
Why?
I like the idea of an all-women pay-per-view at some point, but you need a deeper roster.
You need
Yeah.
a deeper roster? They have probably the deepest roster they had. In
They have
probably
like
the
12 people. 12.
And only like 6 of them are relevant.
Yeah.
Are you gonna pay to go see friggin' Alicia Fox versus
Versus-
Ruby Riott?
No,
I'm not.
Nah, it has to be, Alicia Fox versus
people,
Lana.
Okay, if you had an all-women pay-per-view, let's say, how many women would you need for a pay-per-view?
I would need like 14 relevant stars.
14 relevant.
Relevant stars.
Because even if you had,
Stars.
because you're at an absolute minimum of 10 if you did 5 one-on-one matches. That's an absolute bare bones minimum.
Yeah.
And then you're going into like really boring territory. So.
And I'd like
And
to
even
have,
if they brought up like some of the NXT women.
well, yeah, but that's how you would have to do it.
But like that's what I mean though. Like if they went to a different country, did like one all-women pay-per-view.
Where would you have a women's pay-per-view?
I don't know. Not in Saudi Arabia apparently, but
England.
I don't know, England.
England!
England. Sorry.
No, Finland.
Like,
We have to have it in Finland.
Finland.
No, wrong. It's Finland. You gotta say it like
Not being
Patrick
tempted.
Star.
Not being tempted.
Finland.
There we go. See? Jimmy
got
knows
it.
how to have fun, Joe.
All right.
Volkswagen.
Where's the leak, ma'am? Sorry.
This is now a SpongeBob podcast.
Actually, I feel like even though it's not a foreign country, I feel like a women's pay would go over great in like Toronto.
I think that would be really good.
like even if it's just like a 5-match card, like an NXT match style card. You have a couple tag teams. You have one, I don't know, like 5-pack challenge or like a 6-woman ladder match or something like that.
I can easily think. I could say like I could see it more being like a Ring of Honor styled event, like Ring of Honor All Stars, where they have the champions versus the 3 other people. So you would have someone like Shayna Baszler, Carmella, and Nia Jax versus
Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax on the same team. Sweet Jesus.
and Carmella.
Don't worry about that one. Don't worry about that one.
But like you would have like the 3 champions versus something like you'd have let's throw Natalia in there,
Asuka.
Mickey James, and Asuka. And then you can have Charlotte versus Ronda on the card. You can have Sasha versus Bailey. You can have throw Becky in instead of Natalia.
I was just gonna put Sasha versus Ember Moon. Just
Ember Moon exists.
Ember Moon versus Naomi. Oh, just the athletic spectacle of that match.
You just want to see the ass.
What we did on SmackDown Live.
We did.
When she came out to distract the Bludgeon Brothers.
I have a question for you guys. Going to the Greatest Royal Rumble, how badly do you think the Usos are gonna lose now that Naomi can't shake her ass in Saudi Arabia?
Pretty badly.
I thought they were gonna lose pretty badly even if she could. I didn't think it was gonna matter. I mean, I can't blame Rowan for being distracted, but still, this is not a one-on-one match. You're not gonna catch them by surprise again like that. And there's gonna be a lot of men just being thrown.
What if they just played her music and somehow the Usos pull out the upset on that?
I don't think they're gonna.
I think it would ruin the Bludgeon Brothers.
The Bludgeon Brothers can't lose until they lose to Sanity.
I don't even know if they should lose to Sanity yet.
Yeah, I know. Like that's the polling question there. Let's see. We went 30 minutes on this podcast.
I don't.
Do you want to do
know.
our game?
Huh?
You want to do our game today?
I like our game.
You like our game? You
I
like our game?
I like our game.
All right. We're gonna
I'll get the network ready.
We'll take a quick break and then we'll get back to our game that we're gonna play.
That doesn't look like a giant vagina.
It looks less like it than the Women's Battle Royal trophy did, but I mean, it's not good. Is Vince just going for one trophy idea nowadays?
Okay, guys. Welcome to our trophy conversation for the Greatest Royal Rumble. Where
It does not look like a vagina.
Is Jonathan Coachman no longer in WWE?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
that's we were having this conversation before you showed up about the possibility
so who's
of.
going to be the commentary team of all 4 of these guys are on the kickoff panel?
It's gonna be Corey,
And Michael
Morrow,
Cole.
and Joey Styles.
It's
No.
going to be Michael Cole and Corey Graves.
Ew.
Oh my! And I'm gonna hear
Shut up,
I'm gonna hear him
Cole.
say that 25 times for the damn Royal Rumble because we know who half the people are.
Yep.
Oh, and Tom Phillips. Don't forget about Tom Phillips.
Oh my God, Tom Phillips.
Tom Phillips, Michael Cole, and then
Braun
Corey
loves
Graves.
competition.
No, we
He-
can.
I can't hear the interview, but it said "I love competition" on the screen, so Braun loves competition.
Of course he does.
of course he does. Of course he does.
He could win the Greatest Royal Rumble.
That'd be cool, I guess.
So we have a game.
Oh, they said superstars and past legends and
Future legends.
and future champions.
Isn't that kind of the same thing?
Yeah, no, that's legends and champions are two different things.
Do you consider Jinder Mahal a legend?
Wow. Then again, Jake Roberts is never a champion in WWE. He's still a legend, so. What the hell am I watching?
Pancakes.
Yeah, but what? No, I'm worried about Big E.
Is he dressed up like the genie?
No,
No.
he's licking the pancake.
He's wearing a skateboarding helmet. And he's like a pancake. I'm really.
He's trying to be safe, I guess. I don't know. I guess we're gonna play our game.
Yeah, sure.
So CJ came up with a new game based upon last week's game.
And given how Greatest Royal Rumble is today, at the time of the recording, I figured it'd be really cool for us to use the superstars we picked in the draft last week and use them to build our own pay-per-view, our own theme song, our own pay-per-view name, location, so on and so forth. But after talking, we are gonna get another 5, and I kind of want to do a little bit of a draft since we have the time.
All right, we'll do a quick little draft again.
All right.
Let me.
And then
I'm going to get the picks up. I know most of them, but I'm just going to make sure I have them for reference.
So
I'll set it up.
And then for reference, because Uncle Ernest is not here, he is working in Virginia. Hello, Uncle Ernest. You are going to be our new hashtag Uncle Ernest. Jimmy shall use your picks and then continue on with your draft in the best way that he can.
This is true.
I
will make you proud.
He will try.
I will absolutely try.
Okay. Let us start with the new Uncle Ernest, Jimmy or Joe. I don't know which one.
I don't even remember how we ended up the last round.
Uncle Ernest picked the commentary team first.
Yeah,
And
so technically Joe would go next.
Yes.
Let me just set it up.
Yeah,
Joe?
I'm just taking a look at my roster as it stands right now.
Yeah.
So what are the does the NXT pick and Legends pick doesn't reset?
I don't believe so.
No.
I don't think it should.
All right. So I'm just making sure they so if we've used them before, then we can't use them now.
Correct.
I guess since I was just talking about him on this show and I could use another, could I use a mid card guy? Yeah, I kind of could.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna take Dean Ambrose.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Jinder Mahal.
No, I am not building a promotion around that steroided up brown man.
Ouch.
All right. CJ, you go next.
I'll take, because I kind of want more women on my card. I'm gonna go with. Let's go Becky.
Becky?
Becky Lynch, yeah.
Shake fire.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to try to get more bang for my buck to make Uncle Ernest proud, so I'm picking the Iconics.
Can you do that?
Wait.
You could pick. They are on the roster, and they are technically a tag team.
That's bullshit.
You know, he has a point. It's fair. It is fair game.
Just make sure there's 2 eyes.
Iconics.
Yes.
Yes. The Iconics. That's what they're actually named. The Iconics, because they're, Aussie. That's how they pronounce their eyes. Are
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. CJ, I think believe you go next.
I'm gonna take Ruby Riott with 2 T's.
I'm just checking to see if it's good.
Yeah, it's good. No one took Ruby Riott. I feel like she has the most potential out of them, and I can think of some great matches between Ruby Riott and some others. Yeah. Joseph?
I'm going to pick a woman as well. I'm taking the hugger. I'm going with Bailey.
Aww, are you like that guy that she kind of hug blocked on Raw?
I would give anything to hug that woman.
Anything.
And I'm pretty sure her boyfriend or whatever is also a wrestler. So.
Oh, Aaron Solo.
Probably get my ass kicked, but you know what? It'd be worth it.
Yes.
All right. Man, I need a babyface. Babyface woman. So I'm gonna go with shoot. I'm gonna go with Nia Jax.
Wow, I thought you were gonna say Sasha for a second.
I was gonna say Sasha, but it's like there's no way that she's gonna face off against both Absolution and the Iconics.
Sasha.
And realistically win. I can absolutely believe the Iconics can possibly take on Nia Jax or Absolution both.
Yeah.
And then splitting up and then, reformulating all that. It'll be good.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Joseph?
Joe?
Joseph?
Okay, so since Jimmy used the Iconics, I am going to be able to use a little bit of a twist here, and I'm going with Sanity. 3-man group, just got called up. I haven't used a 3-man group yet.
Oh, shit. That's pretty good.
Good pick. I go again. I'm gonna pick. I need more guys now. I need another tag team.
He needs more of the dudes.
He needs more sausage.
Of course.
Sausage.
I'm gonna go with the Revival.
Really?
Someone believes in their potential still.
I at least do. And the fact that there's also AJ Styles in that mix, with the club and Finn Balor, there could be something that could be reworked into that, and Ric Flair. It could be reworked. I believe in Revival.
You know who I believe in?
Who?
The Deleter of Worlds! The Woken Warriors!
I was thinking about the Woken Warriors, but I also was like looking at what Uncle Ernest put down, and it's not gonna work.
Okay.
So that's why I picked
Who's
the
next?
Revival. You?
Me? Cool. I thought you went.
Well, cause I don't know. I screwed up on this whole. Just go again. It's fine.
Cool. Undertaker.
All right.
Because I could pick any era Undertaker though, right? Or no?
Didn't you use your Legends pick already?
Yeah, but Undertaker's still active part of the roster.
What do you mean you have to take active Undertaker then?
No, never mind.
I mean, you could put him in a casket match.
Well, hold on. I'm taking a look because.
Did you use
Well, you're
him?
picking Prime Chris Jericho or.
I said Chris Jericho like now with Fozzy, Liz.
Okay, so and then you pick CM Punk.
But that was a former WWE
Well,
star.
Jericho's
That's
also not on the
one-
main roster at the moment.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And technically, you didn't pick a prime. You technically didn't pick any person in their prime.
I don't know.
Not that I'm looking at.
That's
That's like
that's
iffy.
Harry.
That is Harry.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
real
unless you want
Harry.
to count Daniel Bryan. I don't remember.
Daniel Bryan is current. If not, I could take the Undertaker off the list. It's fine.
All right.
It's just Harry. That's all.
It's very Harry.
Yeah, it's a very.
It's like Bruno
like
Sammartino, Harry.
Yeah.
How's the network going over there, Joe? What are they doing?
It's still the kickoff. It has to go live in a minute, so.
Okay.
All right, I'll take. Actually, I think your turn is next because you were supposed to go first at some point.
All right, I'll go then.
Because Joe picked.
Joe picked Sanity. I picked the Revival. You
No,
picked
beforehand. Yeah. So yeah, it's your turn.
The
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go.
Oh, that's a nice set. Look at that.
It is a nice set.
I feel bad
It
for
was
everyone.
kind of like a Mania set.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Chad Gable
Shit, I forgot about him.
because I think him and Ziggler would probably work really good in matches together.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's gonna be a 1-hour intermission prayer for JRR.
Yeah, we
GRR.
were also talking about
That's
that.
pretty
we cut
cool.
that before we came on.
That's really good. I like that.
Yeah, because there's a prayer time
Like,
built into the
kind
day
of-
for
yeah,
Muslim
that-
faith, so
Oh, okay.
that's why they're breaking for that.
Another thing that you can respect WWE for, they're respecting their prayer time. They're
Yep.
being culturally
Plus,
aware of
plus
their,
I'm sure the guys that just had matches and have to go into the GRR probably won't hate the hour break.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably not going to hate that either. Although, I have a quick question before we head back to the draft. What's going to headline?
Greatest
The
Royal
Royal
Rumble.
Rumble, yeah.
It has to be the Royal
Has
Rumble, or
to
is it
be.
has to be?
Has to be.
Well, because a 50-man Royal Rumble is going to drain a lot of people out.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have Roman and Brock go on after that because you do the same thing you did to them at Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Although it wouldn't surprise me though if Brock and
Well,
Roman went last.
Brock always goes on last. Brock and or Roman always go on last. They're facing each other. It's going to go on last.
Yes.
all right. I picked Chad Gable. CJ.
Jeff Hardy.
He was in the back of my head, but I need another tag. I want another tag team.
That's fair. Yeah, I can't not go without Jeff Hardy. Like
Okay.
God.
Joe?
I'm picking a tag team.
Damn
Harper, Rowan, Bludgeon Brothers.
it. That's fair.
Okay, definitely spelling bludgeon. No,
BLU
no, I got it right.
He got it. He got it. He got it.
ON.
CJ, I will hit you with the swear jar.
I thought you were gonna hit me with a sledgehammer.
Okay, I got it.
Alright.
Well, Triple H already has the shovel with him in Saudi Arabia, so.
Yes.
CJ, I think you go. Yeah. No.
No, it's Joe.
No, Joe.
So-
Joe wraps this up.
My final pick, this could take a little bit of thought.
What?
Actually, it might not take much thought if the guy I'm thinking of is still on the board, and I believe he still is. I'm gonna go with the architect, Seth Rollins.
Oh, you have the Shield on there.
You damn right.
Oh wow, he does have the shield on there. No, you could have picked all three of them.
Well, they're not.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't
yeah,
pick
they're not
Sanity though.
Yeah, I picked Sanity.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. I respect that.
Well, because honestly, Ambrose was my first pick, and I didn't think of taking Rollins until I realized he wasn't taken yet. So the Shield thing was completely by accident. But I'll still take it.
All right. I think I go, and let's see. I'm gonna go with Jason Jordan.
Ew. Ew.
Yeah, the lame trumpet music. Uncle Ernest is frowning wherever he is right now.
Uncle
Yeah,
Ernest
I
is
know.
upset.
He's not even listening, but he just feels the
He's-
name Jason Jordan, and his chest
He's
started to hurt a little.
mad.
Yeah, he's probably
You did
very
Uncle Ernest a disservice.
But let's be honest with Jason Jordan. He's not a terrible wrestler. He's probably he's very,
He's
very
just
good
a
wrestler.
very bland talker.
He's just a very bland talker, and this whole card that he just made, he picked 0 talkers except for The Miz, Rhodes Scholars. I guess he could technically qualify Ric Flair.
What do you mean technically?
Yeah, because
What do
He's
you
a
mean?
limousine riding,
Jet
Jet
flying.
flying.
Wheeling, dealing.
kiss stealing, wheeling dealing son of a gun.
Yeah, there we go.
but that's really about it.
Oh, and by the way, he's not Kurt Angle's son. BT Dubs.
I
Kurt
know
Angle
that.
did not hook up with a black woman in college. He is not Kurt Angle's son.
Charmel.
Oh, God.
But also that gives me American Alpha, so that does technically qualify for another. Because technically they
Joe,
disbanded.
can
and
I see
never
that
resolved
list
it.
really quick? Because it's not pulling up on my phone. All right, thanks, Jimmy. What do we have left? Because I got to figure it out. And I can't choose the show, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler.
Because I have Drew McIntyre.
And
I have Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, man. I need one more tag team.
Joe, an update on GR.
Just an opening
Oh.
package, but I think Intercontinental title might be first.
Yeah, looks it.
Because they're doing a hype package of all 4, and there's ladders, so I think, the ladder match is first.
Okay.
Alright, never mind. It's just an overall hype package because there's no cruiserweights. I lied. I'm sorry.
Nice going, Jimmy. Joe, whatever your name
Yeah,
Stop
Jimmy.
confusing-
God.
Stop confusing us just because we're white, CJ. Come on.
Oh, white people all look the same.
Just like Vince
You,
McMahon will give...
had it and then you lost
Just
it.
like Vince
didn't you?
No, I
McMahon will
didn't.
give Jinder Mahal the greatest Royal Rumble.
It's
because
just
all
I
black
gotta
people look the
think.
same.
I already used my NXT pick. Because I need a tag team. I just need one, and all the good ones are gone.
Heath Slater and Rhino are still on the board.
I don't want them.
Breezango's still on the board.
I don't want them.
But they would work really well with the Woken Warriors, though.
I don't want that. It's
The
Warriors,
Ascension.
not Woken Warrior. I definitely don't want the Ascension.
He's the,
I know who I could pick.
Actually, no. There's a really solid tag team still on the board. And they're young, but I ain't saying it.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't think... I thought they were taken. They're not.
Wow, I can't believe we both missed that.
Are
Yeah.
we-
I feel really dumb right now.
I mean, I'm okay because I took Bludgeon, but still. yeah.
No, you're going to have to think of this one on your
Yeah,
own. I'm
you're
not
gonna,
telling you.
you're gonna have to lead
I
us
I
to
think
this
I'm
one.
thinking of the same one.
I'm
but
not leading a CJ to water.
Yeah, I'm not leading him to water.
a young tag team that's still on the board.
I'm actually very enjoying this. Hold on 1 second.
What's still left?
There's a pretty big one
There's
left.
Is
There's
it?
a real big one left.
Is it Rusev Day?
No.
No,
Oh,
two
that-
big ones, technically.
Oh, is Rusev Day one of the big ones then?
No.
No.
Who is left? Like,
This is a
God,
slam dunk for me.
I
If I
know.
had a 16th pick, I'd probably be taking him.
Oh, my God.
who?
I can't believe it. I totally forgot about that. I wasted my pick on Jason fucking Jordan.
Yeah, seriously.
Damn it. I
Hold
can't
on,
believe
I gotta
missed
think
this.
of this now. Cause
But I had way too many tag teams, though. That's why
isn't
I
that
didn't...
Titus Worldwide?
No.
No. God, no.
I'm
I-
absolutely
I
upset
can't
by
believe
this
you're
right
not
now.
thinking of this, CJ.
Who is it?
This is slapping me in the face like my grandmother after I'd done something wrong.
Is it really that obvious?
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious.
Can you give me a hint?
This is my grandma
but hold
slapping
on,
me in the
let me
face
see.
after I eat jar sauce. That's what this is right now.
Do you have them on there?
No, I don't.
No, he
No,
probably
sorry.
doesn't.
Oh man, I need a hint. Can you guys?
No.
Nope.
Come on. Come on. Oh man. All right. You know what? Screw it. List of tag teams on
This is great content. by the
Yeah,
way.
I'm loving
roster.
this right now.
Update on the GR while he.
I see spotlights swirling. We look at the non-Vag trophy again.
Vag.
I see
Shut up.
swords. Did Sheamus make this trophy? Because I'm seeing swords and a lot of gold, so this could easily have been Sheamus' doing. All right, it is Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Byron Saxton.
Of course
Byron
it is.
Saxton, what?
Byron Sexton.
Why is it not? Why do you have JR and King
I
on the
can't believe I
kickoff
forgot
panel?
it. I can't believe I forgot him. Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Authors of Pain. I'll take them. Who was I forgetting? Like who?
No,
was
that was who we were.
That was who it was.
Okay, I'm like, who am I forgetting? Who debuted recently? And I'm looking, and I
Alright,
see
lights
Aiko.
out.
AOP.
Oh,
AOP.
It's the Raw
AOP.
tag titles first. I think.
Oh
this is the
wow.
bar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Bardy Bar.
Bardy Bard.
Okay. So just to recap, CJ has Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, The New Day, the Young Bucks, Velveteen Dream, CM Punk, Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, Becky Lynch, Ruby Riott, Woken Warriors, Jeff Hardy, and the Authors of Pain.
Yeah.
Joe has.
Can I read mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, why couldn't I read mine?
Because
You don't have your list.
I have my list.
Too slow.
No, I'm gonna redo my list.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
say it better. I'm saying it better.
No, we don't have time for that.
We
Then
don't
I'll
have
say
time for
your
this.
list.
Fine, I'll
Fine,
agree with
you can
that.
switch. Okay. On my roster, I got the big dog Roman Reigns. I got 2006 Shawn Michaels, Drew McIntyre, Charlotte, the Usos, Kenny Omega, Aleister Black, Ronda Rousey, Ryback, The Bar, Dean Ambrose, Bayley, Sanity, the Bludgeon Brothers, Seth Rollins, and JR and King
All right.
as my commentary team. So you all can start lining up for tickets whenever you want because this is
Alright.
going to be beautiful.
So let me say it.
Oh yeah, and CJ's commentary team is Joey Styles and Corey Graves. My
No,
apologies.
you know what? I'm doing my list.
Oh my God, no! CJ, just read Jimmy's list.
No,
Oh my
because
God.
it's not fair. I got Daniel Bryan,
my
Samoa
God.
Joe, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, The New Day, Xavier Woods, Big E, and Kofi Kingston. We got the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, Velveteen Dream, CM Punk, Braun Strowman, Chris Jericho, Becky Lynch, Ruby Riott, the Woken Warriors, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, Jeff Hardy, and Akam and Razor, the Authors of Pain, commentated by Joey Styles and Corey Graves.
You are a child.
You're such
I
a child.
don't care.
You know what, CJ?
You know what? I'm gonna take my belt CM Punk 2011 style.
We're stripping
And
you
yet
of that belt.
And yet he brought it back.
A day later.
A week later.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
No, whatever. Anyway, so Uncle Ernest's roster that I had added is AJ Styles, The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ric Flair, Rhodes Scholars, Dolph Ziggler, Absolution with Paige. Johnny-
As in Paige is part of Absolution when it first started.
Yes,
before
yes,
her
yes,
injury.
yes.
Charlotte, coming for you, Charlotte. Charlotte's on the wrong promotion, Charlotte.
Johnny Gargano, Finn Balor, The Club, The Iconics, Nia Jax, The Revival, Chad Gable, and Jason Jordan, with commentary team of Mauro Ranallo and Paul Heyman. Not
Jason
bad.
Jordan as the last pick, though. That's like
You could have chose like Brock Lesnar
that
or
sticks
something.
out like a sore thumb.
Surprised no one picked Brock Lesnar.
I'm not.
You want to know?
We don't need to run a
wanted
promotion
to
around
stay
him anymore.
true to Uncle Ernest's list because a lot of them is like really good wrestlers.
But you could have done like Brock Lesnar versus Ric Flair.
No, why would I want that?
Why would Ric Flair
Why
want
would,
that?
Why would Ric Flair want that? What is wrong with you?
Everything.
Ric Flair's had enough injuries. You seen the bloodbath he went through at Mick Foley? We're not
Yeah.
doing that.
He almost died. We almost lost Ric Flair. Don't even dare bring that up. He would die under Brock Lesnar. And
Alright.
all of us would die under Brock Lesnar.
I don't know about you, man. I'm
The only
dying
one who
last.
wouldn't die under Brock Lesnar is Roman Reigns. That's why he's my number one pick.
All right, CJ.
And why he's winning tonight.
To continue.
I think John Cena versus Triple H is leading off the show.
Oh,
Really? I think you said the bar was leading off the.
I thought it was, but no, Cena's coming out
With-
with a bunch of kids, and I think they're all Saudi. I think so.
I would hope so. I would wonder why
one
is there a bunch of white kids in
looked
Saudi
white.
Arabia.
One of the kids looked white.
So wait, John Cena is whitewashing Saudi Arabia.
Oh my God.
Are they all male? Of course they are.
I can't tell. They're also there's females in there.
Are you sure? Or are they just males with long hair?
I really can't. I think there are.
And
Is
are
that
they wearing-
Nicholas? Damn it, Nicholas! Who got you a passport?
Braun Strowman.
He has to vacate his passport.
He has a commitment with the 4th grade.
He probably had a spelling test today.
Anyway, CJ, bring us on this game that we're playing.
Okie dokie. So, considering we have more picks, I figured it'd be more appropriate to do it as the following. So, the rules are as follows. You must select a venue outside of the United States. You may select an opening theme song if you choose. You must use all available stars on the roster. And I'm going to bump it up. You can have 3 specialty matches. And by specialty matches, I mean matches such as an Extreme Rules match, a Hell in a Cell match, a ladder match. Triple threat matches and fatal 4-way matches do not count as specialty matches. The only question is, do you wish elimination matches to be considered a specialty match?
Yes.
That is a
Yeah,
special. Okay, so
specialty match.
you can have up to 3 specialty matches. So I do not know how you guys would like to do this.
I guess we could just one of us start with their list, and then we'll move on from there. I guess CJ, do you want to go first technically? Cause
Sure.
You made this game up, so.
yeah, so that way me and Joe understand how we're doing this.
Okay. I just didn't I thought we were gonna do it off the top of our head, so I kind of threw out my original list, and now we have like 5 more people, so it's kind of difficult. I was gonna choose probably the thing that would make us the most money. I was gonna go into my arena would probably be the Tokyo Dome. Oh yeah, we have to select a date for it as well.
Why the date?
Why the date? I feel like that'd be important.
But, like, this isn't happening.
Or like a month.
I choose March 25th, 2025. There you go.
All right. I was gonna do let's see, July.
Okay.
July-ish.
Okay.
So it's not competing with New Japan, but at the same time, there's nothing really big going on outside, so I feel like this would be a really good pay-per-view to have. Trying to think what my opening theme song would be, but I can think of that later. I would have the Authors of Pain versus the Young Bucks.
That'd be a good match. I would like that.
Just a regular tag team match. I would have the New Day versus the House Hardy stable. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. So I figured that would be a great 6-man tag match. We would have Chris Jericho versus Velveteen Dream. We would have Ruby Riott and Becky Lynch. Ruby Riott versus Becky Lynch in a hardcore match.
Oh my god!
Why?
Why?
Why? That first off, that sounds amazing, but why?
Why not? I feel like that'd be a great match. I feel like they can both
CJ's
handle
gonna
it.
get mandatory to make them blade.
No, I'm not gonna make him Blade. We would have Alexa Bliss versus Asuka. Simple. Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman in an I Quit match. And
Yeah.
the final match would be CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan in a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Ooh, I like that. I would like that a lot.
And I think the theme song would be Painless by Fozzy.
Of course, you would
Of
pick a
course
Chris
you picked
Jericho
Fozzy.
song.
That was...
Number
I
10
figured
on the
that-
chart so far. I wasn't going to go Judas because, I don't know.
Because Chris Jericho's coming out to Judas.
Yes,
that's why.
Chris
Yeah,
Jericho's
of
going to come
course.
out to Judas, so I figured Painless would also be really good. Yeah. That's my thing.
All right, Joe.
Okay, so now I see how we're doing this. I'm going to go a similar date range season. I'm going to pick June, because also it's the month of my birth, and also a nice summer month. I am going to go down to a little city called Rio de Janeiro
Rio.
in Brazil, because WWE has a lot of roots tracing back then in the day, and they're very passionate fans. You've seen it how those soccer stadiums can hold up to 100,000 people easy.
Really? Okay.
So I'm going to Rio de Janeiro. I was thinking about Rome because it's the land of my people, but I think Rio would attract a bigger crowd.
If you
yeah,
went
yeah.
to Rome though, you could just put in the regular Coliseum.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but
How about we call it like?
it's also like 1,000 years old.
But that'd be
Get
so.
Rome to
That'd
come
be
out
so
and get hit by a
amazing.
piece of debris.
That'd be so amazing though. Imagine a wrestling.
Feed Roman to the lions.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to Rio.
Okay. Do you have a theme song in mind, or?
My theme song would be "Feel Invincible" by Skillet.
Really nice. I love Skillet.
Gets a nice song to get the crowd pumped up on the open. And of course, since I planned this out all along, I clearly didn't just randomly find that this was together. I'm gonna have a 6-man tag team match between The Shield and Sanity.
Whoa. Is that your main event or your opening
that's
match?
my opening match. I want to get these people hot right away. Then I will also have now because I took out Sanity and The Shield, I'm gonna have a triple threat tag team match between the Bar, the Usos, and the Bludgeon Brothers.
Ooh.
So basically, the WrestleMania match, just take out the New Day and put the Bar in there.
That sounds like something that could actually legitimately happen, though, within the next upcoming months.
Exactly, because they're all on SmackDown now.
Yeah.
So I might be foreshadowing a little bit here. So I am then going to have, and it looks like I drafted 3 women, so that's going to be uneven. I'm going to have another triple threat match then between Bayley, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey. Bayley is a little outmanned in that match, but
So Bailey's gonna eat the pin.
probably. Unfortunately,
You could.
Ronda Rousey's gonna eat the pin from the belly to belly from the second rope because all live Bayley.
I'm gonna give you a bit of a suggestion when you're done with this.
Okay, so
Well, actually, no, I can't even because you. Never mind.
all right, so that's that. Who else do I have left here? I still have McIntyre left. I still have Ryback left. I'm trying to find him a space for him in here. I still have Kenny Omega. All right, so we're gonna have Drew McIntyre versus Ryback in a street fight.
Okay.
Okay.
That'd be a pretty hard hitting match.
It's okay.
And then I'm pretty sure I have no, I still have Aleister Black in there.
That awkward one.
That needs a match. Yeah, this is why 15 picks. Someone was bound to get left out, unless you make a bunch of triple threat matches.
There are ways you could have went around this.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna find a spot for Aleister Black in there. I'm gonna throw Aleister Black into that street fight too.
Okay. So how many triple threats do you have?
I have 3 because I realized I only had 3 women and I had 3 tag teams and I had 3 middle card guys with nothing to do. So there you go, 3 triple threat matches.
Wow, great money pay-per-view, Joe.
But then the main event will make all of the money. Shawn Michaels versus Kenny Omega in a ladder match.
Ooh.
I don't know what's gonna be hanging above the ring because we don't have championships, but it's something gonna be hanging above that ring.
Drugs
Oh, my
Wow.
God.
or
Wow.
money. But like,
Wow.
you know what I could have thought of with Sanity, but then I realized Nikki Cross didn't get called up.
Yeah, that's why I got
You could have done Sanity, like the full Sanity versus the Shield and Bayley.
put Bayley in a Kevlar vest.
Yes.
That'd be beautiful.
She'd be so happy. Like, look at me. I'm
She's
safe.
She's hugging her vest. She's
I'm
hugging.
safe.
She's hugging everyone as she's walking down the aisle, and they're just like, "Come on, Bayley, come on."
So yeah, all right. I had to throw a few triple threat matches to make it didn't work, but I think the main event will make oodles of money. Shawn Michaels versus Kenny Omega.
So you're like WWE, where the undercard is just terrible, but the main event is great.
Hey, the undercard's gonna be pretty solid.
Okay. So, looking on this list that Uncle Ernest made, and then what I made,
I know what your main event should be.
I'm noticing a problem.
I know what your main event should be.
I have an idea of my main event.
I see a potential that you could do, which would be really good. I see a couple of things you could really do actually that are really good. Because I see where Uncle Ernest is trying to go, but I see something you could do that could also work. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'd like to see how you pull it off. So the stadium, where would you like to go?
I want to go to Japan in January and fully compete with New Japan.
Wow, all right. I like how he's taking my Japanese thing, man.
But you didn't. You
Yeah,
picked
but-
in July, avoiding New Japan because you're a coward. I'm going full
But-
forward.
No, I want to
and
make sure
competing.
that I have a big event
But
then.
you picking Tokyo is textbook. Jimmy picking Tokyo is diverse.
What? I actually chose the Tokyo Dome. And
So
don't
did
know,
I. I picked mine though in January, where Wrestle Kingdom.
Try
whatever-
getting it booked then. I would like to
I'm
see
not-
you.
I'm not
Try
saying-
getting people to come.
Yeah. Is
Well,
that to me or Jim?
the main event of freaking Nakamura and Ric Flair, and this is Ric Flair in his fucking prime. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can sell out Tokyo.
That's your
Dome.
main event, Nakamura versus Flair.
I thought Nakamura Styles is how you're gonna.
That's how I thought. Well, that's okay.
I was thinking about that, but this is also Ric Flair in his freaking prime, and they could go for an Iron Man match. in
You
that.
could have went with something better.
I feel I think I see the problem you're talking about here, Jimmy. There's not a lot of huge stars on this roster. Like I see 3, 4, kinda. Finn Balor, maybe. There's not like
Well, no, because if it's gonna be in Tokyo, pretty much everyone that's involved in the club. So that's Styles, Finn Balor, the club. Then you have Nakamura, and you have Ric Flair. 6 right there.
We apologize, Uncle Ernest, for this list.
I feel like me and CJ have like war horses that we knew
Yeah, that's the
100%
problem
we're
though,
putting the
because
big matches.
I had to take a list that I didn't make.
That's why
the
I
problem.
asked, hey, do you guys want to redo the draft?
I
That
know,
would've
but we
taken
don't have
2
time
hours.
to do that. We're already at an hour.
So?
Oh, let's see. What's going on with the Critical Rumble? Is this match Triple H took a nice bump to the outside.
Good. Good.
So that's
And
like
Cena's
part of,
down in the ring, so I'm not really sure how he got out there. I think it was the biggest flop in the world, FIFA style, but he's out there.
because the reason why I'm picking Flair and Nakamura is because they're both workhorses and they could definitely do an hour-long match. What else is my co-main event is Styles versus Balor for control of the Bullet Club.
Ooh. Is that a stipulation match?
Yes.
Okay. So,
So
you
that's-
use 2 stipulation matches.
So far, yes. Those are. Am I allowed 2
So
or am I allowed 1?
You're allowed 3.
I'm allowed
but I
3.
like how you took my 60-man Iron Man match.
Well, I
I like how you took that. You took Japan.
There's a
well,
lot
yeah,
of
but you also
similarities.
picked. Yeah, and you picked Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, which they both can do.
Yes.
But
That was a bad
I would
call.
make. But yours is gonna be in Japan, or which? Where was yours again?
Tokyo
Tokyo
Dome.
Tokyo Dome. How does anyone know CM Punk and Daniel Bryan there? I'm just
What
curious.
the hell do you mean? How is anyone gonna
from
know?
a WWE perspective, how is anyone from Japan gonna know CM Punk?
Everyone knows fucking CM Punk. It's
Really?
CM Punk.
Am I the only one who picked a venue not in Asia? I'm the only one who
I
didn't
was
pick
gonna
Tokyo.
do Wembley Stadium, but I'm like, you know what? I feel like Tokyo would be a good
I'm
one.
the only one who didn't pick Tokyo.
I was thinking O2 Arena.
I feel
or
like now
Wembley
I should move it to the Roman Coliseum because I'm gonna have no competition from you two. CJ, you two could be busy fighting with New Japan. I'm like, yeah, Italy has no competition. I'm good.
I just wanted rabid fans, but
I'm fully competing with New Japan because I want that.
I'm surprised you didn't choose England, like Europe, because I know you're
I know.
a huge
I was
Europe
thinking
mark.
about that, but like with the people that I have, like I don't really have like an English style like.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like I didn't pick any of these people.
Screw it. I'll just change mine to Wembley. There you go.
He's
It'll
got
be
Triple
fine.
H and SDF.
Nice. I'll do mine Wembley Stadium in July. There we
Alright.
go.
Okay. You know you didn't have to change.
Mid-
right?
I know, but
middle
like
of World Cup
I
soccer
was
season,
trying to
but
make it
alright.
like no one picks the same arena, so I'll just change it to
Well, I'm also
Wembley.
I'm moving mine to the Coliseum. I've decided.
Oh, you're gonna compete with me now, Joe?
No, you're in England.
Whatever. All right. So new venues. I chose Wembley. Joe chose.
The Coliseum.
This,
is
this,
Rome.
Roman
this style,
Coliseum.
the game just completely self-destructed on itself.
Yes, you did, Jimmy, because you're.
I didn't-
You know what? I'm giving out free meatball parm at the gates. I know how to get tiny people
Joe,
to the door.
you're gonna
and
lose.
gelato.
You're gonna lose money because you're gonna eat all of it.
That's besides the point. Pure Italian gelato, yeah, it's not making it to the door.
All right. So Jimmy. So let's go from the ground up with your pay-per-view. Let's go with the ground up and
Okay.
lead into it.
So I initially I was thinking of a 6-woman ladder match
What the fuck?
with Absolution, Paige, the Iconics, and Nia Jax. Because I know Mauro Ranallo could sell the crap out of that to everyone. Because that's exactly what he does with every single. We saw the Big Show do it. We saw Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane do it. I'm pretty sure she can do it. And don't mock Nia Jax. She just went through a body shaming feud. How dare you? She's the women's champion, Joe. God.
Hey, I'm allowed to. I'm in the same boat. I'm allowed to. And if I'm in that boat, it's probably sinking.
I was about to. I'm not saying anything because I'm not.
And then
here.
I was gonna go.
I'm the only champion here.
And then I was gonna go the Club versus the Revival versus American Alpha.
Eh.
And then I was gonna go Johnny Gargano versus the Miz.
Man, CJ, you're like Dave Meltzer. 3 stars.
And then I
Everyone's
was
like,
gonna
best match of the year. 2 stars.
And then I was gonna put Dolph Ziggler in a triple threat with the Rhodes Scholars, and see how that works. Because I'm imagining they would implode in that scenario.
Okay. So it looks like a lot like 2012, 2013.
And then AJ versus Finn for control of the Bullet Club.
Yes.
And then Nakamura versus Prime Ric Flair. And if you're telling me that's not a good match,
I would have chose Ric Flair versus The Miz. Personally.
In a figure 4 off.
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
The
but
build-up would have been
A
great for
submission
that.
match.
Or like, I would have chose something like Balor and the Club versus Ric Flair and the Revival. Because that would have been such a four.
Well, no, it would have
Why
been,
not
just
it would have
draft
been
all 4
Rhodes
horsemen?
Scholars.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
I mean,
You just drafted the 4 horsemen.
yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to do, but I don't know.
Well, no, you couldn't have done a 3-man because he already had Absolution with Paige, so that fulfilled the 3-man rule.
No, but I could put them together on the match star. Not
Yeah.
for the draft.
And
Pedigree by Triple H.
Count out
Pedigree.
kick out at
It's
2.
all
1,
over. It's
2.
all over.
There you go. Kicked out.
Oh my God, John Cena kicked out of the pedigree. what testicular fortitude John Cena has. Oh my god.
What testicular something? I don't know.
All right.
Shut up, Joe.
And America's new most eligible bachelor, John Cena, kicks out at 2.
Be careful. This is for controller Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, God.
my god.
This is not 2000. He is not Kurt Angle.
All right, now that this whole podcast is pretty much self-destructed on itself.
You
I
didn't choose a theme song.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What's your theme song?
I don't know, I was going to go with a joke and pick My Homes by the Black Eyed Peas, but
I don't think they would get that in Japan.
no. I don't know. Shoot. I didn't think about that part.
Second pedigree by Triple H.
Not
He really
gonna-
wants to keep his wife and his job, of course.
And another counter. Triple H does a roll-up for the first time in 10 years.
Oh my god! Triple H is pulling out all this stuff.
STF.
STF, Shades of WrestleMania 22. Get Triple H, break out of this. John Cena's got it locked in.
Probably.
Unlike his wedding.
Oh, my God.
No, CJ's the heel color commentator. I'm the unbiased play-by-play guy. So I'm not Michael Cole. I'm Mauro Ranallo, and you're like 2000s Taz.
Yeah.
Or Paul Heyman.
Oh wow! He's bringing out the Crispin Wah move, the crippler crossface. Wow.
It's more like a nose lock. I mean, Cena's gonna need a rhinoplasty after this.
Oh man! Well, it doesn't have to look good for any
Oh,
specific
wait.
dates now.
He's countering the crossface into the AA again, but the AA never finishes a match, right?
Oh wow! Wow! Look at that! He did it standing. Oh my God! He's going into
The Walls of
a
Jericho?
lift. He lifted him.
Another AA, okay.
Wow! He did it again. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. Wow! Triple H put over the great young star John Cena. This is great for John Cena's young career. Wow!
I don't think we've ever lost control of CJ as much as we have right now.
Yeah, I know. I really don't have a song.
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
God! John Cena's a bald spot.
He's like 40.
1.
So
Okay, that doesn't help the case on that. If I had to pick a song, I'm just gonna Centuries by Fall Out Boy. Whatever. I don't really care.
That would have been great in the Coliseum.
Stop.
Have you seen that music video?
Yes, I have. I know.
well, fine. I was gonna do "I Write Sins Not Tragedies" by Panic at the Disco. You know, if we're really going.
No, you chose something different though. You chose Skillet.
Well, because I think also the base of Skillet, as I'm thinking now, would ring out great in the Roman Coliseum. The dun dun in the open. Oh God, I'm shaking now.
So let's review our match card for everyone.
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't even remember.
I barely remember
All right,
mine.
all right. So I have at the Wembley Arena in London. We have our commentary team, Joey Styles and Corey Graves, with our theme song, Painless by Fozzy. We have the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor versus the Young Bucks. We have Chris Jericho versus Velveteen Dream. We have The New Day, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E versus House Hardy, Woken Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. We have Ruby Riott versus Becky Lynch in a hardcore match.
Again, why?
We have Alexa Bliss taking on Asuka. We have Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman in an I Quit match. And finally, we have CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan in a 60-minute Iron Man match as our main event.
Joe, do you remember yours?
I'm gonna give this a shot. All right. Well, I know we have the Shield versus Sanity in a 6-man tag team match. We have.
What is your arena?
I am fine. Coming to you live from the Roman Coliseum with the theme song of Skillet's Feel Invincible with Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross on commentary. We have Sanity versus the Shield in a 6-man tag team match. We have a triple threat street fight between Drew McIntyre, Ryback, and Aleister Black. We have a triple threat women's match with poor Bayley somehow coming out on top against both Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. We have a triple threat tag team match of the Bludgeon Brothers, the Usos, and the Bar. We have, I think that's pretty much through it. And then the main event is a ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Kenny Omega.
All right, and mine is, let's see.
See how long it takes CJ to say eh.
Oh boy, I know.
That should be a hit like eh.
Coming to you live from the Tokyo Dome
When is this?
in January.
Okay.
to fully compete with New Japan because I can, and that's why.
Okay.
With an opening theme song of Centuries by Fall Out Boy, commentated by Mauro Ranallo and Paul Heyman, we have the opening match of, of Nia Jax, the Iconics, Absolution, and Paige in a 6-woman ladder match. Oh my god.
You guys just want your women's matches to be car wrecks, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no women's division after this. All right, continue. We won't interrupt.
Dolph Ziggler versus Cody Rhodes versus Damian Sandow of Rhodes Scholars in a triple threat. You have another triple threat of the Revival, American Alpha, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan versus the Club. Then you have Finn Balor versus AJ Styles for control of the Bullet Club, and for your main event, Ric Flair versus Nakamura in a 6-man Iron Man match.
Who's Johnny Gargano versing?
Oh, Johnny Gargano versing The Miz. Totally forgot about that.
Okay. So, that is our card. Let us know who you would like to see, whose card you'd like to see, if there's any changes we could make.
Remember, my concession stand is gonna be legendary. Deep fried Twinkies, lasagna. Oh, it's gonna be straight up off the
How
charts.
much are you charge? How many euros are you charging for that stuff? Right
Don't
now?
worry about that. It's worth the price of admission. You can get T-shirts of the club and of the Shield Insanity just there together.
So you're not making any money at this pay-per-view, is what you're saying?
Oh, I'm making all the money. I have the arguably the best money makers on my card of Kenny Omega, Shawn Michaels, and Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh-ah.
I don't know. I think mine's going to be good. Let us know, guys, what you thought of our card. We'll be posting this tomorrow. Catch us next week we will be doing Backlash predictions.
Oh my god.
So does that mean you'll be putting your championship on the line?
I will be putting my championship on the line, my Marks for Life World Predictions Championship, and I'm going to retain it in a triple threat match.
Oh, and I guess you don't make predictions. You release spoilers.
I want that shirt so badly. Also, shout out to Kane. Happy birthday. Good luck in your mayoral campaign.
And I kind of hope it makes a Royal Rumble appearance tonight.
Let's hope so.
Oh, let's see. Do we know what's coming on next?
It'll be a nice payday.
The Cruiserweight's coming on next anyway.
Oh, wow. John Cena and Triple H opened up for the Cruiserweights. That's amazing. Wow.
The Cruiserweights didn't open. I think that's more amazing.
Oh, my God. What are they wearing? Oh, that's
Oh, come on. It's the Arabic announce team, CJ.
Oh,
my God.
And on that note, we are
my
ending
God.
this podcast.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play Music, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. And now, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any questions, comments, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.